Oh. Hi, Abigail.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing fine. How about you?
I'm good.
Good. So from our last session, we were able to establish rapport. I gained some information about your culture and address problems with your depression. How have things been since the last time we met?
Um, I don't really think anything has changed because I'm still having issues falling asleep and I still don't have any interest in doing anything at all. So I don't think I have. I mean, I felt better when I left, because I talked about a lot of things, but I don't really think I've really improved to the point where I need to be.
Mm, okay. So you mentioned that you felt like things haven't improved, and also you feel like things are just the way it seems like in terms of experiencing those depressive symptoms.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, mm. So,
Yeah.
so today we're going to start by beginning your treatment plan. Uh, with a treatment plan, it should
Mm-hmm.
consist of what your problems are, and today we're gonna create at least two goals, and with those two goals, there's going to be objectives.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to emphasize is that the first step of making the treatment plan is to be aware of what your problems are, uh,
Mm-hmm.
what are some of the things that are causing you or problems for you. And then this is going to lead us to a session of talking about your goals. The goals is the overall goal of what you want to work on for therapy,
Mm-hmm.
and also the objectives, which are steps or tasks you can do to help reach to your goal. In addition to that, I do want to emphasize that there is no decision on my part of what you should do, and it will all be your decision. My role primarily is to help you facilitate and guide and direct you of those. So we'll first start out. I know from our last session, you mentioned a wide array of problems stemming
Mm-hmm.
from depressive symptoms. Let's take this time to imagine what life would be like for you if things were better.
What do you mean? What life would be?
So imagine life as a imagine life for you that is like you're free of any problems in life, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so what would life like be for you if that were the case?
Um, I guess things to be normal. And when I say normal, as in I can do my everyday stuff, like hang out with friends, family, be present in the moment, and get some sleep.
Hmm. So
Yeah.
from what you're saying is that you're not affected by the feelings of distress.
I mean, yeah,
Mm,
because I mean, right now, the stage that I'm in, it's affecting my life. So, you know, for things to be normal for me, it would be not affecting my life. That I could go ahead and do my everyday stuff and not be so depressed about it or be sad or stressed out, overwhelmed, all those emotions.
mm. Oh, what might be barriers that hinder that better life for you?
Barriers in my life
What might be barriers or problems that is an obstacle for you
right now.
to have a better life?
Uh, I mean, I don't know. I guess I would say, I mean, this whole issue is a problem for me. So it is the barrier that's preventing me from having a better life.
Mm.
Yeah, because if I'm not able to sleep, I'm not happy. Because if I'm running on like a 2 hour, 3 hour sleep, then it's definitely going to be affecting my day or my whole mood.
Mm.
So that's a barrier. If I don't have appetite, I haven't eaten yet, or everybody gets moody when they're hungry, tired. Um, you know, so I would say overall, everything that I'm experiencing right now, it's a big barrier for me. Yeah.
Mm. You mentioned sleep and appetite.
Yeah, because I've been having a hard time eating or sleeping. Like there are days that I just don't even feel like I want to eat anything because I just don't feel like it. Um, and I don't get enough sleep. My mind is like all over the place, so
Mm.
I have like racing thoughts. So it hinders me from sleeping.
Mm. It does make sense that you feel distressed, overwhelmed as well because of the lack of sleep. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes.
Mm.
Um, yeah, you're right. Right.
Mhm. So let's brainstorm some goals
Okay.
that might be helpful for you in addressing sleep. So the overall goal, the goal is a phrase in terms of like an action of what your desired outcomes will be. So what would be this area? What will you be like? What are you gonna do to help improve in this area? So let's talk deeply about sleep. And so you mentioned from our last session that
Mhm.
you are not getting enough sleep, and today as well, and you're taking sleeping pills to help you with your sleep. And so, if you could rate your sleep this week, how from zero, as in uh, not getting enough sleep, to 10 getting enough sleep, where would you rate yourself
Mm, mm, a 4.
at? Mm.
So yeah, I'm not in the middle, but I'm not at the bottom either. So like I would say like a 4.
Mm.
Yeah, because when I do sleep, I sleep, but I don't sleep a long period of time. I don't get my full 8 hours of sleep. I um, like either I'm up all night or like I'll slightly take a nap, but it's not a full blown sleep that will help me relax. So a 4 is where I probably would be. Yeah.
So, 4 hours of sleep is the average hours of sleep that you get every every day.
Hmm.
Mm. And so I can see that as an issue in terms of like taking care of yourself. Not getting enough sleep it does affect our mood.
Hmm.
Like, what do you notice about yourself when you're not getting enough sleep?
I am very moody. I am angry. Like I just don't want to be around anybody, and it's awful.
Mm.
Yeah. And
Mm.
I'm just like a mean person.
So you feel different when you don't get enough sleep.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I'm just not myself because I'm not that type of person. Like, I'm not mean. I like to be around. Before, I used to like being around people. So yeah, I am a different person.
Let's see. So, what is it like when you do get enough sleep?
Um, well, I guess I'm cheerful.
Mm.
When I do get enough sleep, I'm more alive because I'm present. I can I'm not so mean.
Mhm.
I can engage in activities and things like that. So I guess I'm a better person when I have enough rest and I'm relaxed.
So, there's two states here. When you do get enough sleep, you feel more cheerful, you feel more happy. And
Mm-hmm.
when you don't get enough sleep, let's say it just, as you mentioned, 4 hours,
Yeah.
uh, you're a different person. Um, Perhaps maybe you experience a lot of these negative moods, perhaps. And so uh, let's make that as a goal. Let's brainstorm some goals to help you with this areas in terms of getting better sleep. So what would be a good goal for, what would be, let's brainstorm like at least 3 goals that works for you. What are some areas that you think that, or what are some goals that you think would be appropriate for you to get better sleep?
I don't know. um, wouldn't my goal be I want to get enough sleep or I want to get some sleep because that's the whole point, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Or am I? Yeah. So a goal for me would be to get at least 8 hours of sleep.
At least 8 hours sleep. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
what will the how will you accomplish that goal?
Uh, um, I don't know, because if I knew, I wouldn't have that problem right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess I have no idea. Because
Mm-hmm.
only reason why I'm unable to sleep is because when I try to go to sleep, I have all these racing thoughts. So
Mm-hmm.
I guess before I go to sleep, I have to do something to clear my mind, and that should help me sleep
Hmm.
for a long period of time, maybe. Would that help? I don't know. But probably that's something I could do.
Hmm. Uh, I'm curious. On days that you do get full hours of sleep, what do you do? Uh, what is your what I'm trying to say is, what is your sleeping routine like before you go to bed?
Days that I do get enough sleep, I drink and then I sleep. Because if you're drinking or if you're drunk, you don't really think of anything because you're passed out.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think that's a good alternative.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably something I need to stop and find a better alternative.
Better solution.
Yeah, better solution.
You mentioned that you do take the sleeping pills. What are the role of your of taking those pills affect in terms of your sleep?
The sleeping pills do help as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they help, but I'm not really a pill person. Like I don't like to take medications as much. So
Mm-hmm.
if I have to pick, I would rather turn to alcohol than to take sleeping pills. I do take the sleeping pills when I don't have any booze in my house
Mm-hmm.
or feel like going to get anything at all. Then I will
Mm-hmm.
take some pills.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
You mentioned when you do work on the in terms of finding an appropriate way to stop these racing thoughts. What have you find helpful to cope with that?
can you say that again?
What have you find helpful to cope with the racing thoughts?
Um, I I haven't really found anything, but a friend of mine told me to do meditation or yoga, and she said that it has been helpful to
Mm-hmm.
her.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided that I might give it a try, but I haven't really done it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
I think that would be a good objective for you.
I think
What are
so.
your thoughts on that?
Yeah, that's I do want to try it. I I I like to exercise. Before I used to like to exercise. So I think that the yoga would be something that would be beneficial for me. And I also believe that that meditation will be very helpful to
Mm-hmm.
clear my mind at least. And I can do it right before I go to bed. And hopefully I will be able to get some sleep. I'm not really sure. But yeah, hopefully it works.
So the goal of doing yoga will help you, hopefully help you accomplish getting better sleep. How will you measure whether or not the goal has been reached of getting enough sleep? How will you measure that yoga is helping you?
Um, I don't know. I guess honestly, I don't know. What do you mean by how I measure? Like,
So
I don't.
when we say measure, what do we do? Make sure, like, oh, have I reached this goal? Have I not reached this goal? Do you keep a track of either like a sticky notes or perhaps maybe like a track to keep track of, hey, I'm doing yoga and I've noticed that I'm have better sleep.
I guess I could track it. It's like like track like if I do yoga, how many hours of sleep do I get versus if I don't do yoga, how does that go? So I could track that to see how I'm doing daily
Mm-hmm.
or weekly
Mm-hmm.
to see if it's helping, if the yoga is helping. Like, do I get more sleep if I do yoga or is it still the same? So I guess I could do that just to see if it's working. And then I guess I'll do it every night for at least a month to see how I do.
So you're hoping by the end of the month you'll be able to this goal.
Yeah,
Mm.
because I don't want it to set too long of a time frame and then I can't really do it. I just want to do step by step. So I'll try and do a month and see if it works. And if it works, then push it to 2 months. So hopefully eventually I will just quit my bad habits of drinking or taking sleeping pills and just meditate and do yoga.
So we can mention in the treatment plan the client will uh, uh, will exercise and do yoga for at least a month will help improve your sleep. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think that would be a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it's something that's doable.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I could do it,
Mm-hmm.
and it wouldn't be like a problem because I'm not really going out of my way to do it. Like I don't have to do it other people. I could do it on my own. I don't have to leave my house. Do it in my house, in my room.
So besides the use of yoga, what can be another you mentioned that you want to improve better sleep and that you wanted to try yoga? What would be another objective that we can add to help achieve the goal of getting better sleep?
Yeah, that's why I say like meditation because yoga is different from meditation.
I see.
So like doing a mindfulness,
Mhm.
that's meditating.
I apologize. I did not know about that. Tell me, what's the difference between the yoga and the meditation?
Oh, well, like yoga, you're like moving and using your body and stretching, while mindfulness or meditating, you're just meditating. You're just listening to some calming music and just being at peace. I think that's what it is.
And so, uh, tell me, with the meditation, what do you experience when you do meditation? What
Well,
is
I
that?
haven't done it yet, so I don't know.
Mm,
Like I said, a friend of mine told me about it, and I was gonna try it, but I never really done it. But I did my research on it, and that's what I came up with. So I haven't tried it, so I don't know. So I'm gonna give it a shot at some point.
mm.
See how that goes.
So you're hoping that doing meditation will also help achieve better sleep.
Yes, because I feel like look, clearing my mind right before I go to sleep will help with the racing thoughts or whatever is distracting me from sleeping.
Mm, yeah, and it will help you uh, feel more distressed from those racing thoughts.
Yeah, like more relaxed.
More relaxed. That's a
Yeah, it'll put me right in the mood. I guess set me in the mood to go to sleep, maybe.
mm. And when performing this task, you can keep track of this by also uh, writing it in a notebook. You said, forget. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, I was gonna track my progress to see if it's working.
For
So yeah.
both, for meditation and yoga.
hmm And I probably will just meditate for at least 30 minutes. I don't want to do like an hour and get bored or something.
Mm. What would be a target date for you to reach the meditation, to reach the goal of accomplishing this goal in terms of meditation?
Mm, you think I should start now? I'm not really sure. I guess I could start. Mm, yeah, I guess I could start right away. You know, since it's the beginning of the month, it will be the perfect time to start, and then go from there.
you're hoping that by the end of the month you'll be able to accomplish the goal as well as you start this today, right today.
Well, yeah, because I that's the time frame that I set for myself. Like, I don't want to push it too much that it would set me up for failure. So I just wanted to do it a month to see how I do, and then go from there.
Uh,
Like,
so let me ask you this. Once you accomplish, or let's say you do the objectives and you be able to accomplish this goal, how would that make you feel? When you see the results of better sleep.
hopefully good. Hopefully I'll be more of a happier person. You know?
It also helps you, feel, as you mentioned, relaxed, the feeling
Yes.
of the stress. So
Hmm.
that would be a good goal. So another problem that we can also work is you mentioned appetite. Tell me about your appetite.
Um, I mean, it's off and on.
Mhm.
Some days I'm good. I can eat. I can do my regular routine. But then some days it's just I just don't feel like it.
Mm.
Yeah. So
So you're feeling that some days uh, you feel like eating, so you do eat, and then there's days that you just don't feel like you want to eat anything, and so you don't want to eat. Am I correct?
yeah, basically.
Mhm.
So I don't. It's not something that's consistent. I don't know if it's a problem though.
You don't feel like it's a problem.
Hmm.
What do you think is a problem?
Um, I mean, do you think it's a problem? Because I don't see it as a problem, but I could be wrong.
Mhm. Mm, the lack of appetite, um, I would say, I would say that it can be a problem, but again, there might be other physiological issues that I'm not aware of, or perhaps it is affecting, like you meant, the depressive symptoms is causing that lack of appetite.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I've never really thought about it that way.
Mhm.
I didn't think it was an issue because I figured, well, if I eat some days, then I'm fine.
Mhm.
You know, I thought maybe if I had to be like not eating all the time for it to be a problem.
Mhm.
But I mean, yeah, I never really thought about it that way.
Mhm. Perhaps maybe we can make it as a goal to address this concern to your primary care physician if
Like I
if you're concerned about it.
mm, I don't think I'm concerned about it because it's not like I have like an eating disorder or anything like that, right? So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'm at the point where it's concerning me or it's
Mm-hmm.
a problem like the sleeping thing. But I guess another goal that I would like to work on would be to be able to do things that interest me, you know, to go out and engage with others. Because that is a problem that's affected my life too, because I have detached myself from others and I don't like it. So I want to work on that.
So the goal for you is to be able to refrain from isolating yourself. Am I correct?
What'd you say?
The goal for you is to refrain from isolating yourself and be able to spend time with others more.
Basically, yes. Yes. Because yeah, I'm still really bad at it, and I'm losing people that are close to me that I care about.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What might be what might be objective that might be appropriate for you in this area? So, like, how can we reach to that goal? Like, what can you do to reach to that goal?
Huh, interesting. I guess I don't even know. I guess I could start off by starting communication with my people, with my family or my friends that I haven't reached out to, and, and eventually make plans and go out. Would that be something that's good to do? Or not sure.
I think that would be a good start. You mentioned two things. You mentioned communication with family and also go out with friends.
Yeah.
Let's focus on communication with the family. And so that goal, if you accomplish that goal of being able to communicate better with your family, uh, how will you be able to measure that? Remember, goals have to be measurable. How would you
Um.
making progress in that area?
I guess once a week I can call and check on them or text or something.
Mm-hmm.
And once a week I can make plans to go out.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make it twice a week because I feel like it's weird to just call once a week.
Yeah. How will you keep track that you're making progress?
I guess I could that would be difficult to keep track. Ask them maybe how am I doing? Check in with them.
Yeah.
Is that a good way to track things? Because I mean I don't know. I mean I guess I could have like a calendar where I like I'll put a plan like my activities that I'm gonna do with them, or like if maybe I'm going out on a Saturday, I can block my Saturdays for family or friends
Mm.
and see how I'm doing. Like if I'm, and then, follow through with it. And if I can't, or how consistent am I following through? I guess I could see it by recording it on my calendar. But,
That sounds like a good idea, and it sounds doable as well.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't too sure, so but okay. Yeah.
What would be a target date for you to reach this objective?
Well, since my other goal was set for a month, I think I should do this for a month too. Because I feel like it would be very challenging to actually follow through. So
Mm-hmm.
give myself a month to see how I do.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I could start today. Could just pick up the phone and at least say hello.
Mm-hmm.
That's a start.
You mentioned of the two other goals are also, uh, or the other goal is also for a month for two objectives, and so how will this not feel overwhelming for you with the other goal? objectives are due for a month?
I I don't know
Mm-hmm.
if it's going to if it's going to be overwhelming. However, I do know that I would be more consistent if I do it at the same time. Because if I hold it off, I wouldn't do it. So if I know I'm doing something and I have a target date, or I know that I have to complete it I gave myself a time frame. I would like to do everything together to see how I do,
Mm-hmm.
or I would just wouldn't do it at all. So I
So you
think it'll
feel
be helpful for me to just keep everything together.
you feel optimistic when you're doing it in a consistent manner.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Because if I'm consistent, then I know, okay, I'm doing really well. Like, I can see progress.
Mm-hmm. And also, you mentioned spending time with friends, and I think you would also be able to do that, and keeping track on it in the calendar, and also be able to accomplish that in a month if that's a consistency that you feel proud of accomplishing.
Mm,
What are your thoughts on that?
yeah, I mean, you're right.
Mhm. So we have two problems. Now each of them have one goal and two objectives.
Hmm.
You mentioned better sleep
Yeah.
and also be able to do yoga, meditation. What are your thoughts of adding another goal? Uh, Perhaps be able to uh, communicate with your doctor to address the sleeping issue. What are your thoughts on that
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess I could do that with my doctor
area?
and to see what really is causing the problem as well. So yeah, I think that would be a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, I do want to emphasize that I might not be able to prescribe you
Hmm.
any medicine. However, my job is to help you and monitor any changes. It would be helpful. I'm curious to see what your thoughts on this area. If you would be able to communicate with your doctor at least 1 month as a target reach goal, and be able to uh, be assertive of addressing your sleeping habits to develop a solution. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. But I mean, it does sound like a good idea, but I think maybe twice a month would be good to see a doctor.
And it gives you a sense of also time and be able to accomplish that. Sometimes with doctor's appointments, it takes a while to get into the doctor.
Hmm. Okay.
Mhm. Mhm. And of accomplishing this task, it will be able to help you. You make me feel mm, better in terms of dealing with getting better sleep.
Hmm.
Uh, Another objective would be what do you think in terms of communicating with a doctor to improve better sleep?
What do I think about it?
What do you think is another objective to in terms of a goal of communicating with a doctor? Because we added an objective of being able to address those concerns with sleep. Am I correct? And then we could add another objective for that as well.
So is this a short term goal or something?
It could be a long-term goal.
Oh.
Mhm.
So I have 3 goals I'm working on.
You had a problem of sleep, and
Uh,
you have 2 goals established, and
okay.
one of the goal is to exercise and meditate to get better
Yeah.
sleep, and the other goal would be to communicate with a doctor, and you do that by being able to talk to the doctor, and also I'm asking you if that would be sufficient for now of
Maybe
just
I could ask my doctor to prescribe me some medication. Is that a objective or no?
yes, that could be a good objective actually. Mhm. Be able to establish that good relationship. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
hmm So, uh, and that would be, as you mentioned, it can be accomplished in 2 months as well to have that consistency. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, definitely.
Mhm. And so we've accomplished several goals and objectives today. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I think, uh, in my opinion, if it's okay with you, I think that would be appropriate for now.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because at
Yeah,
least
I'm feeling good about that too.
it's doable.
Yes, definitely. It's not something so difficult,
hmm
I think.
Yeah. And I do have one last question in terms of the goal. If you do accomplish your goals, what are you able to do to help yourself, you reward yourself? What can be a good reward for you?
Mm, if I do accomplish the goal.
hmm
Oh, that's a great question. I don't know. Um,
So what are some things that you like to do? You can, I mean, there's a lot of options for you. What might be a good option in terms of a reward to make yourself feel better, proud of being able to accomplish?
take a vacation. I haven't done that in a long time.
Yeah,
I could go on vacation just to reward myself.
yeah. And having that vacation, how will you feel that you were able to accomplish the reward and go on a vacation?
Great. I'll feel very good. I
hmm
feel very proud that I'm able to see through and accomplish something.
hmm And so, as we end our session, I know we talked a lot about today,
Mm-hmm.
and it's kind of difficult to just talk about it and not write it down. So at our end of our session later today, we're gonna work on a poster, perhaps maybe write things down to help you visualize your goals and objectives. I'll make sure I give you a copy on that. Tell me, what did you learn about in our today's session?
That I can actually set goals for myself. That's something big. I mean, I didn't know I could. So there. Yeah.
From the look of your face, I feel that you feel proud.
Yeah, I feel really good about this, and I actually can't wait to try it just to see if it works. I just need to try something.
Mhm,
So yeah, I'm feeling really great about it. Yeah, I'm excited.
mhm. It must be, as if you accomplish a goal of working out, or maybe you go doing yoga and get better sleep, and at
Hmm.
the end, you accomplish that goal, you'll be able to reward yourself with a vacation.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
something to look forward to.
Mhm.
Who
So,
doesn't like a vacation, right?
mhm. Well, we are running out of time, but thank you so much. I appreciate you coming in today, and hopefully next week work on we'll work on more on goals and also interventions. So,
Thank you. Thanks for your help, and it was nice talking to you today.
thank you, Abigail. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.
You too.